And we begin with our wildfire watch as we prepare for an increased fire risk this weekend. And as the pocket fire burning north of Sedona continues to grow.
It's now burned over 1,400 acres, and at this point, it is not contained. Fire crews and local leaders hosted a community meeting last night in Flagstaff. A second meeting will be held in Sedona tomorrow night at the Sedona Red Rock High School.
The sycamore fire also continues to burn in the Tonto National Forest, but crews are starting to gain more control there. So far, it's burned 11,000 acres and is at 37% containment. Crews say that they are implementing a full suppression strategy and are working to hold containment lines. Welcome, everyone, to 12 News at 4. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. We have weather impact alerts in place as winds are set to pick up across the state. Of course, those winds really kick up the wildfire danger.
Yeah, that's right. Let's get straight to meteorologist Lindsay Riley, who's tracking the warnings for us. And Lindsay, they span across most of the state.
Most of the state will be under a red flag warning all this coming weekend. And today, it's also the heat playing a big factor. For example, here in Phoenix, we topped out at 112 this afternoon. Nowhere near a record for the day, but right now we're still at 111. It's 88 in Prescott, 86 degrees in Show Low. Here's a look at the current wind gusts, and you can see those gusts approaching 40 up at the Grand Canyon. And we're also seeing some gusty winds over the lower deserts, 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts here as well. For the majority of the weekend, the winds will be blowing from the southwest. We have extremely low relative humidity in place. A lot of spots seeing single-digit relative humidity numbers, and the red flag warning already in effect. So you can see it doesn't include downtown Phoenix, but the outskirts of the valley also under this warning. All of northern and eastern Arizona for the low relative humidity and very windy conditions that we'll be seeing throughout the course of the weekend. But out Cave Creek, just outside of the warning area, same thing with Fountain Hills. But generally speaking, the majority of the state seeing this elevated fire risk. And on top of that, we also have wind advisories that go Saturday and Sunday for most of northern Arizona. Now, in terms of wind gusts, this is what we're going to wake up to. Not too bad early tomorrow morning. But as we get toward tomorrow afternoon, you can see some of these gusts up in northern Arizona approaching 50 miles per hour and 25 mile per hour gusts, very common over the lower deserts, including Phoenix. And then as we get into Sunday, it's not going to get much better. We're looking at very windy conditions for Sunday afternoon as well. Gusts could reach 50 miles per hour in some spots of northern Arizona, and we could see some of these gusts approach 30 miles per hour over the lower desert. So after today, we have 2 more days of weather impact alert days for the high fire risk in the valley. Good news is temperatures are trending down this weekend, and by Sunday and Monday, highs will be around 103. Mark?
Linz, thanks. So super dry, super hot, and super windy. And with that in mind, APS is getting ready to shut off power to parts of the high country this weekend because of the extreme fire danger. The power shutoff could begin as early as 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The areas that could be impacted include Doney Park, Timberline, Mormon Lake, Walnut Canyon, Tucson, parts of East Flagstaff, and the south and east rims of the Grand Canyon. APS says power is expected to be back on by Sunday afternoon, but that will depend on the weather and any necessary repairs. The City of Flagstaff's Murdoch Community Center will open tomorrow from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon for impacted residents to get information, charge up their phones or medical devices, refrigerate their medication, or just get some water. APS is urging customers to check the outage map, keep their contact information updated, and sign up for county emergency alerts.